Hey guys, it's Melissa again, and today I wanted to give you guys some more tips on how to obtain that high credit score. If you guys are ready for those tips, stay tuned. Okay, so if you guys are wanting to get that car loan, maybe buy a house, or just make a big purchase and need a good loan, you need to listen to something I need to tell you. Yeah, it's raising your credit score. If you guys want to raise your credit score, I have some tips for you. You can also look at my other video. I gave out some good tips on that video as well. And I will link that in the description and probably have it linked somewhere on this video as well. But until then, these are some tips I have for you for how you can obtain that good credit score or even just up your credit score a little bit. Credit scores. So if you're like me and check your credit on Credit Karma, that is actually an Advantage score. Okay, and the other credit score, which everyone usually uses, is the FICO score. Are basically points that are trying to tell creditors how likely you are to repay a loan. Okay, so they kind of vary. They're kind of off a little bit, but I think most people use the FICO score to determine if you're able to pay off that loan or how you look, the risk you are to that car, get that mortgage, make a big purchase and get that loan. You need to do these tips that I'm about to tell you. First things first, the factors they determine to see if the risk you are. So 35% is your payment history. 30% is the accounts you owe. 15% is the length of your credit history. 10% is any new credit you opened, and 10% is your credit mixture. So credit mixture means like if you have a bunch of credit cards, then creditors are going to look at you kind of sketchy, like why you got a bunch of credit cards. So you want to have a good mix of loans open or credit open. So like one credit card, maybe a mortgage, maybe a car loan. Simple. So first things first, you want to check your credit. You want to check your credit to see what's on there. You want to check if there's inaccuracies. Like say you paid off a debt and it's still showing that you owe it. You need to go and dispute. That's the only way you're going to get it deleted off your credit unless you just pay it off, and then it still may show on your credit anyway. So best thing to do is check for inaccuracies, and that's any inaccuracy. Say your name's spelled wrong, or if you made a payment, but it's showing that it was late and you weren't late, you want to dispute all that stuff, okay? You want to try to get it off your credit, and that will gain you some points for your credit score, okay? Because we're trying to get that credit score higher, and we want to obtain at least, I think the highest is 850, so we want to get close to that. Okay, so after we find out your FICO score, after we find out what's on your credit, we want to build your credit, okay? So what we're going to do is try to get a secured or unsecured credit card, okay? Most likely, if your credit score is low, you won't qualify for a unsecured credit card. So you can go to your bank and ask for a secured credit card. And basically, with a secured credit card, you're going to be funding the credit card. I opened one for $200. And what you want to do is open one probably for around that same amount, if not lower if you can, or if you want. And then you want to make a small purchase, not a big purchase, people. Small purchase. Small purchase means groceries, gas, maybe takeout, like if you go out and take it out. But what you want to do once you make that purchase, you want to pay it back as soon as possible. Do not wait. I wouldn't wait. But as soon as you get the funds to do that, I would pay it off immediately, okay? Because what creditors do, they're going to report that you made the payment and you made it on time, okay? That's what you want to do. You want to make your payments on time, and you want to pay, the balance in full. You want to kind of make over the amount. So say it's like $50, you want to pay like 53 or something like that. It just looks good on your credit. Also, once you're doing that for so long and you're making them on time, then other creditors will see that, or the creditor, say you want another card, they will let you get that unsecured credit card. Then you can close your secured credit card, get your money back, and you can make sure you make those payments on time. Don't just open up a credit card and then think, oh, I got this free money and I don't have to make the payment. You want to make it on time, and you want to basically make the payment. Okay. So that will up your score some points as well. Okay. So you want to do that. Pay it off. Okay. So next thing, you don't want to have any, like I said, you don't want to have late payments. Don't use more than the credit limit. Half the credit limit. Okay. So say you have the 200, don't go make a purchase of 150. You don't want to do that. You also don't want to live above your means. Okay. You want to stay in your bracket of what you can pay and pay off. Okay. Don't be making no big purchases and you can't really afford it. You just want to make it, you just want that new dress because, someone else is wearing it. You don't want to do that. Don't live above your means. Okay. Next thing is don't let anything go into collections. Okay. So you know how you have that cable bill and you say you don't have the funds to pay it. That goes into living above your means if you can't pay for a cable bill. You don't want it to go into collections. So you want to pay it off. Same with a cell phone or any other bill that is going to go on your credit once it goes into collections. Okay. You do not want that. That's going to lower your score. We're trying to up your score. Okay. Next, you want a long credit history. So if that bill that you've been paying on for say a year or so, you want to keep that credit open if you're going to apply for a loan, because creditors want to see a long credit history. They want to make sure you're responsible. If they're giving you money, okay, you're going to pay it back. They want to make sure that you've been doing that constantly for however long. Okay, so the longer ones, you want it to stay open. Okay, guys. Okay. Also, like we said, opening the credit, we're building that credit. You don't want to have no credit because then you're looking sketchy to the creditors. They don't know if you're going to pay it or not. So you want to have some credit card open or some kind of credit open. Okay. Also, be careful with the hard inquiries. So hard inquiries is if you're applying for stuff for the loans, taking points whenever you apply for these loans. The soft inquiries are like if you're checking your score, or if, say, apartments are checking your credit history. Those are soft. And they still take points, but they don't take, I don't think, as many as the hard inquiries. Okay? So, on top of all that I just told you, the credit level goes like this. 300 to 500, your credit's pretty bad. 500 to 600, it's fair. 600 to 700, your credit is looking good. And 700 to 800, your credit's looking really good. So you're almost at excellent credit at 8. I believe 850 is the max. So yeah, you're at excellent credit at that point. Okay, guys. So if you guys are trying to get that loan, listen to the tips that I'm telling you. Check out my other video because it has a lot of good tips as well. I will be opening or doing another video on credit cards to get, credit unions to get. Credit unions are, to me, better than banks. So you want to get in a credit union and their interest rates are usually lower. So you want to do that. So guys, if you like this video or if you learned something in the video, please like, thumbs up, please. Please comment. If you have any questions, I will answer them as fast as I can. And please, please, please subscribe to my channel because I have so much stuff for this new year to help you guys with building your credit and maybe starting a business even. Just stay tuned for that and I will see you guys later. Peace.